Today, our topic is why wisdom is the most important virtue. Life is full of challenges, and every day we face decisions that can change our future. Some decisions are small, like what to eat for breakfast, but others are big, like choosing a career or how to handle a difficult relationship. In all these moments, wisdom is the key to making the best choices. Wisdom is not just about knowing facts or being smart. It is about understanding life, knowing what truly matters, and using that knowledge to live well. Wisdom helps us see the bigger picture, stay calm in hard times, and make decisions that bring peace and happiness. Without wisdom, we can easily get lost in confusion, fear, or selfishness. But with wisdom, we can navigate life's ups and downs with strength and clarity. Why is wisdom so important? First, because it helps us understand what is truly valuable in life. Many people chase after money, fame, or power, thinking these things will make them happy. But wisdom teaches us that these things are temporary and often bring more problems than joy. True happiness comes from things like love, kindness, and inner peace. Wisdom helps us see this truth and focus on what really matters. It reminds us to appreciate the simple things in life, like spending time with family, enjoying nature, or helping others. When we have wisdom, we stop wasting our energy on things that don't bring real fulfillment. Instead, we focus on what makes life meaningful and rewarding. Second, wisdom helps us deal with difficult situations. Life is not always easy. We all face problems like failure, loss, or conflict. In these moments, it's easy to feel angry, sad, or hopeless. But wisdom teaches us to stay calm and think clearly. It reminds us that hard times are a natural part of life and that we can learn and grow from them. Wisdom helps us see challenges as opportunities to become stronger and wiser. For example, if we lose a job, wisdom helps us see it as a chance to find something better or to learn new skills. If we have a fight with a friend, wisdom helps us understand their point of view and find a way to make peace. Without wisdom, we might react with anger or despair, making the situation worse. But with wisdom, we can handle even the toughest situations with grace and courage. Third, wisdom helps us make better decisions. Every day, we face choices that affect our lives and the lives of others. Some choices are easy, but others are complicated and require careful thought. Wisdom helps us weigh the pros and cons, think about the long-term consequences, and choose what is best for everyone involved. For example, if we are offered a job that pays well, but requires us to work long hours, wisdom helps us think about what we value more, money or time with our family. If we are in a relationship that is not healthy, wisdom helps us see when it's time to let go and move on. Wisdom also helps us avoid impulsive decisions that we might regret later. It teaches us to pause, reflect, and choose wisely. Another reason wisdom is important is that it helps us build better relationships. Relationships are one of the most important parts of life, but they can also be very challenging. Wisdom helps us understand others, communicate effectively, and resolve conflicts. It teaches us to be patient, kind, and forgiving. For example, if someone hurts us, wisdom helps us see that holding on to anger only harms us more. Instead, we can choose to forgive and let go, which brings peace to our hearts. Wisdom also helps us appreciate the people in our lives and treat them with respect and gratitude. When we have wisdom, we value our relationships and work to keep them strong and healthy. Wisdom also helps us live in harmony with the world around us. The world is full of complexity and uncertainty. There are many things we cannot control, like the weather, other people's actions, or global events. But wisdom teaches us to accept what we cannot change and focus on what we can. It helps us live in the present moment rather than worrying about the past or the future. This doesn't mean we ignore problems or stop trying to improve our lives. It means we approach life with a sense of calm and balance. For example, if we are facing a difficult situation at work, wisdom helps us focus on what we can do to improve it, rather than feeling overwhelmed by stress. If we are worried about the future, wisdom reminds us to take things one step at a time and trust that we will find a way forward. One of the best ways to develop wisdom is through learning and experience. We can learn from books, teachers, and other people's stories. But we also learn from our own experiences, both good and bad. Every mistake we make is an opportunity to grow wiser. Every challenge we face teaches us something new. The key is to reflect on our experiences and learn from them. For example, if we make a bad decision, we can ask ourselves what went wrong and how we can do better next time. If we succeed at something, we can think about what we did right and how we can apply those lessons in the future. Wisdom is not something we are born with. It is something we develop over time through learning and reflection. Another way to develop wisdom is by practicing mindfulness and self-awareness. Mindfulness means paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It helps us see things clearly and make better decisions. Self-awareness means understanding our own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It helps us recognize our strengths and weaknesses and work on becoming better people. For example, if we notice that we often react with anger, self-awareness helps us understand why and find healthier ways to respond. If we feel stressed or anxious, mindfulness helps us calm our minds and focus on what we can control. Both mindfulness and self-awareness are tools that help us grow wiser and live more fulfilling lives. Wisdom is also closely connected to other virtues, like courage, kindness, and humility. Courage is the ability to face fear and do what is right, even when it's hard. Kindness is the ability to care for others and treat them with compassion. Humility is the ability to recognize our own limitations and learn from others. All these virtues work together to help us live a good life. For example, wisdom helps us know when to be kind, even when others are not kind to us. It helps us have the courage to stand up for what we believe in, even when it's unpopular. And it helps us stay humble, knowing that we don't have all the answers and that we can always learn more. In conclusion, wisdom is the most important virtue because it helps us live a meaningful, balanced, and fulfilling life. It teaches us what truly matters, helps us handle challenges, and guides us to make good decisions. Wisdom is not something we are born with, but something we develop through learning, experience, and reflection. By practicing mindfulness, self-awareness, and other virtues, we can grow wiser and live better. Life is a journey, and wisdom is the compass that helps us navigate it with confidence and grace. So let us strive to be wise, not just for ourselves, but for the benefit of everyone around us. When we live with wisdom, we create a better world for ourselves and others.